Greetings, everyone. This is Elizabeth, and I'm just double checking that I am live. And it looks good. Can I hear me? That's the question. I can't hear nothing. Nope. That's a big lag. Holy moly. Let's see if we can't. It's like a whole minute. A whole minute of laggy. Laggy bagaggy. YouTube, shame on you. I even have it set up, so everybody should have got. Now there's the notice. Shame on them. Yeah. I gotta get that calendar thing situated. But yes, you guys, I went to Hobby Lobby today, and I was so thankful that nothing on sale was tempting my eye, because I would have been sad. Because I had no money. I had just enough to get my jelly pins and a new bottle of Emoji Podge. So, years old. Like years old. 10, I don't know. It's a lot of years old. And you can see it's got some, but look. There's hardly any change. It's the same number. It's all the fun stuff. The new one actually has a date now. I was actually looking for the date on this. It's like, nope. It's even got the same SKU. They've had this stuff forever. I did buy matte. I do like the matte. They have a gloss. They even have one now for transferring photos, like laser printed photos, like copies, to fabric. They have a glue for that now. So I was like, ooh, I may have to try that. So we have Mr. Jim and Deborah and Cordelia, lovely peoples in the house, and PJ B. Stamper, aka Pam, hello, hello. Maureen Pryor and Vay S, hello, hello. Check, the bottom doesn't have, this is the old one, but yeah, there's no date on this. It's back before dates were a thing. Back before dates were a thing. But yeah. So the old one is going in the garbage because, well, it stinks and it's goopy. And there's not much left. So, bye-bye, oldie. Hello, newbie. So we'll get some projects rolling with that. But I was down the aisle and I'm like, I need my gel pens. And of course, the classic 08 is my favorite. It's the one I always get. Well, they also had the multi-pack, which does come with an 8, a 5, and a 10. So I was like, well, I'll get those. I don't know. I always use the 8. So let's see what the 10 and the 5 do. You know, I mean, how much different can they be? Like, right? Well, that one's kind of gooey. Oh, look, and they even labeled the little cap-ins to matchin'. So, ooh. Yeah, definitely a smaller tip there. Ooh, definitely a bigger tip there. But I thought, heckin', I got my new pins. Let's just draw and chatty chat and see how the pins hanging up at good old Hobby Lobby hold up. This is I bought this a while back. If you do your shopping at Hobby Lobby, check back because they put sections on sale. So if you're looking at Master's Touch stuff, don't buy it unless you absolutely have to have it, because you can come back in a couple of weeks, the following week, the week after, ask somebody when they put it on sale, because you can usually get a 50% off, which is like buy one, get one free, right? Because half price. 2 for the price of 1. And I had purchased, I purchased a bunch of Master's Touch stuff, so I didn't need a new one, but I was flipping through it, and I was like, hey, we should draw for you guys, right? Because I did these, what, last year, the year before last? Oh my gosh, I don't even know, but look. Black, and this here was done with 1 pin. The same pin. These pins, I've tried them before. They hold up pretty good. But yeah. This one here is a birch. The bark peels. These here are, a birch, the bark peels. An aspen has little eyelets. Just thought you should know. That's aspen, birch. Same, but not the same. Gel pens, gotta love those. So yeah, we're just gonna doodle and see how you guys are doing. Like, are you doing anything crafty today? You can't even see my head because I'm all scooched the wrong way. Let's see about. Get my little pony in there. Play those numbers. Yeah, the hubby got his lotto tickets. Okay, so here is the number 8. The my all-time go-to, and it's not going, okay, and shipping and all that fun stuff, you know, it leaks out a little bit, so you can rub that off with your fingers, get it rolling. Sherry D, hello, how are ya? Okay, so this is the number 8. Okay, and gel pens, all gel pens, you know, they're very rare that you get one that doesn't have any blemishes. Okay, anytime you have a gel pen, doesn't matter what brand, it's gonna have a blemish in the thing. Some are worse than others. When you gotta get them started, see, we got like yucky, not so, and then it starts to flow. Okay, but that's the number 8. It's a lovely line weight. Okay, not too thick, not too thin. And yeah, when you go to color, okay, it's a special ink too. It sets on top of stuff and dries. I don't think it's like, I don't know if it's water-based or not, but you don't want to go back and forth too much. You kind of want to go in the same direction, or keep, not back and forth, but on top of the same line. Okay, I don't want to keep drawing on the same line. It's going to muck it up. You want to keep the pen moving in a forward direction and not go back over the top of it. When you start going back over the top, it's going to start pulling the color, and it's not going to lay a nice line. So that's the number 8. That's my favy. Here's the number 5. This one is supposed to be smaller, so we're going to see if it's rolling here. A little squiggle. This is the number 5, and it even seems lighter. Even though the pen is more narrow, it seems lighter. So yeah, I like that because it's more brighter. So this would be like good to do mid shades. Change the tonal value of your piece when you're going to do something. I like that. Look at that. I'll make nice little detail. So that's the number 5. And then this little bad boy. Ooh, look at him. He's pretty inky. He's a number 10. He's a fatty. Okay, see that? I pushed a little bit hard and it's separated, so that's not a solid line anymore. But don't try and go back and fill that in. Just be happy that it looks cool. Okay. And see, there's breakage in there. Don't be sad about that. All pens have this issue. But a heavy hand versus a lighter hand, because we're not shoving, we don't want to shove the ball up into its carriage up in here. There's little balls at the ends of these, and we want to keep them rolling and smooth. So, yeah, this fatty one. Oh, I like this fatty one. I don't think I've ever used the little fatty one, because I always buy the number 8s. But look at that. That's got good coverage. And again, like with the light one, it changes the tonal value a little bit. Have yourself a little scratch paper to keep it rolling. But yeah, so there's your number 10 into the 8 and then the 5. Get a lot of line work. Can you fill it in? Yeah, I mean, you could, but with it, you know, it would just take time to go back and fill it, but it looks fine with the tracks. I like the tracks sometimes. It adds character. Add character. Yeah, I just spelled that wrong. So let's see about doing, if we did a tree with our branches, we'll do let's play around with the size of the branches and plop them in there. Yeah, I like this idea. I think we're gonna play with the 3 sizes. We're gonna plop some 10s in there and then fill it in with some 8s and 5s. And this is how our tree is gonna start. Okay. So if you want to doodle along with a pencil or a black pen, and you can do this with any kind of pen, your tree is going to be made up of a bunch of sticks, okay? And each stick has a bunch of lines, and they're not V's, okay? They're not V's. So I'm going to do this a little bit bigger. We don't want V's. I mean, you could, but then it would look like that. Okay. We want more organic, so we're going to draw our line and see how going over it, it doesn't help it any. So once you just draw your line with these, just kind of be happy with that. Go over here. So we're going to draw our line. And definitely leave it to dry, because these put down that ink and it needs a minute to dry. Then you're gonna do some flicks, okay? And then you're gonna kind of offset the other side. So you don't want them to line up. They don't have to be perfect or anything, but see the difference between the two? We're gonna do our line and then flicks. You could do one side at a time and then the other. Long, short, okay? You can mix them up a little bit. they're pretty much the same until you get to the tip, and then they shorten up. Okay. Well, they kind of shorten, you know, all on your way up. They just get shorter, but you can stick a long one in there at any time. Okay, so you can practice that. Draw your line, and then just do some flicks that get shorter towards the top. Okay, some flicks that get shorter towards the top, and they don't have to be perfect. Like that one there is not even touching the line. Neither is that one. That one, they get a little wonky right there. That doesn't matter. Okay, so if you want to follow along, this is what our tree is going to be made out of. And these kind of branches kind of go with a spruce. Okay, and a spruce tree at the beginning, you know, they kind of look like a teardrop. Okay, they're narrow at the top, and they quickly get fat. Okay, when we do this, we are not going to put a trunk there, because when you look at a spruce tree, you don't see the trunk. You see the little leaves, or the little branches, right? That's what we see. We don't see the trunk in there. But we kind of want to visualize small and then fatty. It's small at the top and quick to be fat. So let's go onto a clean page, and we're going to drop down some of the big pen. But if you have universal, I'll show you. Where's my spruce? Sprucey, I need you. Come join the party. I know it's in here. Oh, holy moly. Okay, yeah. Okay. So here's this spruce. Okay. See all that? They're just little branches, just caked on top of each other. And I did pencil in. I can still see my pencil mark. You know, my shape. Okay. And then I just drew some foliage at the bottom. Okay. Ugh, I just love this one. This would be fun if I turned it black and white copy, and then we could foil. This would be foiled, and the tree would be white with foily specks in it. I may have to think about that one. But we're gonna draw our tippity top, and then we're gonna fling in some of our little branches, and I might even draw a pencil line for my shape. Okay. And Linda says, oh my, that's a lot of work. You think it is, but it's not, because it's very, very easy. We want to go quick with our little sticks and bloop bloop bloops. Okay, so we're gonna move kind of fast, and we'll see how quickly it goes down for us. Okay, so I've got my little pencil, and I'm gonna do it very lightly so that I don't have to erase. I can just put that ink right over the top of it, and it's not gonna hurt it a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna just do like a raindrop shape. Okay, and yeah, that's all. We're kind of like a candy corn shape. Very, very easy shape. Okay, and there's no trunk when they're growing. You don't really see the trunk. You just have grass and tree. Grass and a tree. Okay, we're gonna start with our big guy, this one, and I'm gonna start with that tip top branch. Okay, this is what everything is gonna go to. Now I'm just rolling this in my finger. We're gonna get that ink rolling again. You can even wipe it on a rag or have a piece of scrap paper handy. Okay, we're just gonna get that first little guy in there, and these ones we're gonna flick kind of tight. Okay, like it's new growth or something. So there's our first one. So yeah, Jelly Roll I think has other colors. I did see that at Hobby Lobby they had gray tones, but you can do this with regular, you know, gel pens that you purchase. If they work good on your black paper. But if you're using white paper, you can use a pen. It would just be in reverse, but same thing. Draw a line, draw a bunch of V's. So there's that guy. I'm gonna stick one right here, and we're just gonna plop some of these. See where my other pencil line went, like so. And I'm gonna do one here, and I'm just kind of figuring out where the body of my tree is. Okay, and then some of them are going to shoot down, some of them are going to shoot up. They're just going to go any way I want them to go. Like this one, I might have him coming out this way. Okay, and then we're just going to fill it in. And don't worry if you get little specks. Okay, maybe that little speck needs to be a branch. And then we just go to town. And we don't want them all the same. Some are going to be long, some are going to be short. Just remember not to stick your hand in it. And if you start at the bottom, it'll work out better. Cordelia has a set of metallic gel pens from Kaiser Craft and a cheap set from Gold and Silver. You could totally do this with gold, silvers. If you're using a Sharpie, you just would be doing less, because you know the tip of a Sharpie takes up a lot of room. So I'm just gonna flip this over really quick, and so like, you know, your everyday Sharpie. So here's the tip of the tree. I told you guys, start at the bottom. Okay, and then you would just kind of build it more organically closer together, like so. But you could totally do this with Sharpie, anything that you have on hand. Let them crisscross each other and do all the fun stuff. But yeah, you could totally do this with Sharpie. Just don't fill in every nook and cranny. We want it to be organic, and if you look at a spruce, you can kind of see through it, like little hidey holes for the birdies. Okay, if you need to add something, well, just put a twiggy in there, just like so. But kind of follow the shape that you were going for. You may start in the center and work your way out. That, like I said, if you make a boo-boo, like it doesn't make any sense, just keep going. You can cover it up. But yeah, like Sharpies move fast. Sharpies move fast. Debbie J did get her internet back. We were live yesterday talking about our planners. Yes, glitters, metallics. They're all the fun, all the same. Mr. Abraham, hello, hello. Ramona, how are ya? Shay, hello, lovely lady. Crystal's Creations, Linda. How is everybody doing? Yeah. See, Signos, pull out those metallics. Grab yourself a chunk of dark paper and throw down some lines. Just some squiggle wiggles. And be free. Don't be upset if it looks wonky. Okay. Because as you lay more and more, they're just going to get more and more interesting. But yeah, you can see it fills in pretty fast. And we can still chat with other peoples. Look, I made a long one right there. Maybe come off with that one. And that's the fun thing about this, is it doesn't have to be perfect. You can just do whatever you want and talk on the phone, whatever you need to do. Pardon me, sorry. Hello, Janine. I don't know if I said hello, Miss Gloria, but Gloria, hello. I'm gonna tell you, you guys, I think I like this number 10. It's nice and fat. Lets out a lot of good ink. It's letting out the juices flow. Look at that. Don't want to go too high. Probably stop right about there with those guys. Some more in there. Figure out where their little branches are headed. There we go. I do not have the alcohol markers from Joanne. That would be awesome. Let me know. You could PM me. Let me know how much you want for them. I send you PayPal or Venmo. That would be awesome. Give them a try. Some of my Artesas are starting to dry out. I've used them quite a bit. Here. School is closed on Monday and they get out early on Friday. Got a nice big weekend. What is it, a holiday? My kids have online learning, so they really don't get a lot of days off. They have half day Wednesdays. Well, that's so sweet, Mr. Ken. I will send you my address. Yeah, if you need help with shipping or anything, let me know. See, this one. That one's like uber wonky. Come on, focus. That one's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And you know, I don't even mind, because I'm going to stick another one right through it and just fix it. But look at our little, it's looking a little crazy, but it's getting there. Pam is asking Abraham if he's sending the pins because he needs space for new goodies. Right. Well, Thanksgiving on Monday here in Canada. Well, happy early Thanksgiving, Janine. That's awesome sauce. It's so funny, you know, I guess I want to say this politely. You know, we get used to our own cultures and our things that we do, like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then we watch somebody, because the joy of the internet, like, it's amazing. We can watch somebody over there, like over the seas and through the woods, and they're like, I don't do Halloween. We don't do Halloween. And it's like, wow, what? Other countries don't do Halloween, or like Canada, you know, they're right there. They're right there, but their Thanksgiving is in October, and it's like, wow. It's interesting. It's always fun to hear people talk about their cultures and stuff, and just to be humbled that it's not all the same everywhere. I love this pen. It's taking a licking and keeps on ticking. But look it. Isn't it pretty? And we haven't even like added everything in. Let's see. And then we're gonna shoot some straight out this way. See, Deborah is like 30 minutes away from Niagara Falls, and Niagara Falls is like 4 or 5 hours from me, I think. No. Is that right? No, Niagara Falls is a little bit I don't know, but that's close to me. Emptiness Scrapper, hello, hello. Today we're drawing. We're making ourselves a little spruce tree, just so we can chat and say hello. I didn't really feel like making a card, and I had no clue what I was gonna do. It's payday Wednesday, so I had to go out and get the groceries and pay the rent. Ugh. It took my daughter to pick up her new glasses, and I tell you, the new eye doctors we have, the ladies there, superb. I'll have to post in the description what office it is, because I would recommend them to anybody. She looks at my glasses, she's helping my daughter, and she goes, because she said it last time too, that she loved my glasses, and I'm like, thank you so much. And she's like, if you ever need them fixed, you just come see me and I'll adjust them for you. Like, who does that? Offers to fix glasses I got somewhere else to go see her. I was like, oh, I love her. Those are the companies or businesses you become lifers with. But yeah, daughter's pretty happy with her new spectacles. I'm gonna get her some fancy sunglasses from I don't even know how to say it. Zeal where I got my glasses. Elizabeth, you're 213 miles from Niagara Falls, a little more than 3 hours. See, that's so awesome. Deborah, I could probably just pick you up at the border. Oh my gosh. Deborah, I could probably just pick you up at the border. Aw, Jeanette, that's awesome. She says she's excited. It's the first holiday where it'll be more than just us, her little family, so it'll be extended family and friends, maybe. I've never purchased any crafts from HSN, oddly enough. Abraham. I have. I got some foiling plates. Jim says Niagara is 4 hours away. Woody station wagon. Just scrolling up, seeing the comments I missed. Just meet me at the casino. What? What casino? Ramona says, why do young people have their own language? Our parents probably felt that way too, right? Yes, Ken says, if you stamp an outline image on the black paper and clear embossed it, then color it with metallics, so vibrant. Okay, so that's the number 10. I threw in a bunch of number 10, so let's step down to the number 8. There's a casino at Niagara Falls. I did not know that. I may have to tell the hubby. Or maybe not. So, all of these blank spaces, we're just going to plop some of this number 8 pin to fill in those spaces. And we're going to go right over the number 8, right over the number 10 pin. And just start filling it in a little bit more. Oh, I like this. Look at that. I mean, we're filling this bad boy in hecka quick. Woo-hoo-hoo! Look at our little tree getting some foliage in there. Not looking so Charlie Brownish. Oh, it's on the Canadian side? I don't know about that. I don't have a passport or anything. Heck, I don't even have an Ohio license yet. Gotta go pay a judge to say that, yes, legally I am Elizabeth Costa-Rogers and my husband is legally Thomas Rogers. We are not Thomas Rogers Mickelson Costa. Costa-Rogers. No, Costa, Mickelson, Rogers. Ugh. Go figure. Washington didn't have a problem with us dropping them, but Ohio doesn't like that we are not using the Mickelson in our names. Not one thing, it's another. Look at our plushy little tree. Isn't it looking so special? And again, ups, downs, lefts, rights, any which way you feel like sticking the little twiggies. Go right over the top of the other twiggies, because in real life, that is what they're doing. Yeah, Pam, you're a little bit a ways away. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah. Cordelia's 989 miles away. Yeah. House shopping stinks. Stinky house shopping. Oh, I thought you created the die cut. Oh, wait. Who are we talking about? I'm uploading a video now. They were the Tim Holtz. Oh. That's what we were talking about. Yeah. Niagara Falls. 9 hours, Dawn. No brick house. No, that realtor, she said she was going to look in on it and ask the guy some questions for me. And that was, the 13th or 16th of September. And I have not heard from her since. Funny thing. I sent a question on Zillow about a different house, because the brick house is no longer on any house platform. Can't find it. So no brick house. But we kind of looking at other houses, and I had a question about this one house. So I sent Zillow the question, and Zillow reached back and said, hey, we'll get you in touch with this person, let them know that you'll be calling or whatever. So I was like, all right. And the very next day they text back, did you get a hold of them? I'm like, Monday is busy, I'll try and do it tomorrow. Well, I didn't do it yesterday because I could not sleep, so I didn't get no sleep. So today, around noonish, I call this new guy that Zillow gave me the number about, and left a message. I'm like, we're asking about this house. We also need a new realtor. If you're interested, give me a call. And a couple hours later, I'm driving to the store with my daughter, and I'm like, man, I may need to find another realtor because that one hasn't even called me back yet. And then I'm like, it's only been a couple of hours. He's probably busy doing some stuff. As soon as I finish talking, the phone rings. And I look down. It's kind of a local number, so it could be the school or whatever. I answer the phone. My car was being stupid. So I'm like, please hold while I try and fix this. And he giggles, and he's like, oh, technology. I'm like, right? And he's like, absolutely. And then he goes, this is Roy from the realtor. And I'm like, I'm trying not to laugh because I literally was just talking about him. So he's going to look up some houses because the one I was asking about, they're renting. So it's an income property. The person, they posted pictures of the house empty, but there's people renting it. So I don't know. I was like, yeah, I don't even want to deal. I do not want to move into a place where somebody hasn't even moved out yet. So I gave him the info, what we're looking for, and he says he emailed me with some stuff. So I just got to remember to check my emails now. Look at our fluffy tree. Our town scored the Micron Chip Factory. Awesome sauce. Oh, that's so awesome. Ooh. Okay, I missed what... See... Abraham found one of the Tim Holtz watercolor pencil sets at Hobby Lobby for 30% off. They've got zero. Like, ours is so understocked at my Hobby Lobby, it's disgusting. And all those things that everybody else was buying on sale and stuff, not at mine. They'd have some of the new Sizzix dies and stuff, but they've got like two of each. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just buy it. Maybe next year. Or in a few months when it goes on sale or something. Because I gotta get a hold of all the new Simon Hurley stuff. Chips for electronics, yeah. Because a lot of microchips and stuff are overseas. I mean, a lot of that stuff comes from overseas, so it'll be nice to have local buyers, makers, sellers, producers. Woo! Look at our plushy little tree. Oh my goodness. We're going to go in with the fine one, the number 5, and we're just going to get it rolling, warm it up a little bit, and add some super fine details here and there, because we can. Fill in those little holes with even more detail right over the top of everybody else. Ugh, look at that. Those fine little details. Oops, that one went a little crazy there, but that's okay. Little teeny tips. I hope this inspires you guys to play around with your gel pens and stuff. Definitely do, like Mr. Abraham suggested, stamp an image and then color it in with your gel pens. You don't even have to emboss it, but definitely would be interesting if you did. But yeah, where we have a little bit more void, just add some fine detail in there. Quit spitting on the paper. Disgusting, Elizabeth. Oh my goodness. Remember, your branches can go up, down, left, right, whichever way you want them to go. Put little fuzzies out at the edge. I love this. Who'd have thought? The multiple layers of this pens. Slow down a little. They look halfway decent. Look at that pretty little fluff ends. Oh, definitely need to add more down here though. Got a little lazy. If you've got some that aren't connecting, you can connect them. Like this one here. Like, where's this one going? So we're just gonna hide the base of that one there. Look at that. Leah, hello. How are you doing? We're playing with some gel pens that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. Because, man, they're one of my favorites for white accents and just longevity. Because, I mean, a lot of gel pens wouldn't last this long. Granted, I used 3 different ones. but they're still rolling. Still rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Gel pen. Gotta love that. Look at our little tree. Oh my goodness. And then something like this, if you're like, we've done it, now what? Well, let's give it some grass. We're just gonna take a little swirly whirlies. Maybe it's living in some vines. Okay, so we're gonna give it some leavies. They don't have to be spectacular. We're just gonna squiggle wiggle. Okay. Maybe it's growing some ivy or something underneath it. We're just gonna give it a grounding. Give it a leaf or two. And my leaves are just crazy squiggles. You could have them more defined. Little teardroppings. I'm just gonna give it some squiggly ground cover. Look at that. Squiggly ground cover. I love it. There we go. Okay. You could peel this out of here. Maybe do a 5x7 card. Okay. Or just cut those little notches off and you can have yourself a nice 5x7 card. You could put a lovely little sentiment right across it. If you need to be more size oriented, trim your paper first. Then you draw your shape inside the space. Okay. It took us about an hour to do this while we just chatting, playing, flicking. But if we look really, really close, it's not perfect, you guys. It looks really awesome, but like there's, I mean, what's that leaf, what's that branch attached to? We don't know. It's just hanging out there. Okay. I love this thick line to thin line. I'm gonna have to do this more often. But yeah, and let it dry. Don't be like me and rush the paddings, because this stuff does smear. I do like these when I'm coloring, alcohol inks, all that fun stuff. You can use these for highlights. You just want to, like I say, set it aside. Make sure it's dry, because these do show up pretty good. Let's flip that, and then so the other thing too, like Abraham said, oops. Ooh, that would be fun. Okay. He was like, you know, you can stamp it. Stamp an image and then color it in. Well, you can also do stencils. Okay. Get your little stencil, and you can get the gel pens that you know show up on black. Okay. And you can stencil. You could stencil in one color and then color it in with another color. There's a lot of great ways to incorporate those gel pens that you have hanging around that you don't use all the time. Maybe just take yourself some little black stack of paper and trace some stencils to make some backgrounds. Something that you can color in or just leave single lines just to create a unique background. You know, before ink blending, this is what we did with stencils. You guys remember that? There wasn't, I don't remember ink blending, people ink blending back in the day. It was stencils were like this. We redrew in them like so. Gonna do about half of this. Because I can always finish this up later. But see how quick this turned out? And being a stencil, we can line it right back up. Oops. See, like we missed that little guy right there. We just line that right back up. Like so. And finish that little line off. Well, heckin', I didn't even do those, you guys. There we go. It just didn't take to the paper. See that? Do your jelly pens on black paper. You can even trace with your watercolor pens or anything, really. Yeah, no pixie spray back then. No washi tape. We were... that's why you see me hold it a lot. That's what we did. We held it. Everything was held into place. I always forget about the pixie spray. It's right there. But yeah, give this little pixie spray and then do this. Your foil quills, okay? Just test a little bit. And by testing, don't put the hot tip on the plastic and wait for it to melt. Because when you're doing a foil quill, you're moving. So just move it along the edge. And if you see it start to melt with normal movement, then the stencil's not going to work. But I haven't found a stencil that said no to the foil quills. So you can use foil quills with your stencils, your jelly pens. Say like we stamped that. Okay, so if we stamped it with a Versamark, we could trace over the Versamark. Of course, I pick a pen that doesn't work. So I'm just going to put that right back. Okay, so you could then trace your image, your stamped image with gel pens. Okay, and color it in with your gel pens. And you can create some really unique pieces of work that nobody else is going to have, because it's going to be your color combos, your fun thing. But if you have black paper, you know, bring some other life into it. Yeah, look at that. Aren't those cute? But if you stamp and emboss, these would be like raised areas. All this pink would be raised if it was a stamp. And then you just color it in with your pens. So what do you guys think? Are you guys gonna go out there and try some stuff? And look, it wipes right off. Like, I didn't even add any water to my rag. That gel pen wipes right off. So you don't have to worry about it staining or anything. Yes, shipping is crazy everywhere. And it's going up. Ken says, haha, that's why I don't mess with no line. A big old mess. That's okay. And hey, messy colorists, you there's a niche for you guys. People like a good messy coloring. Simon says stamps. SMS. Simon says stamps, I think. Yeah, but they're shipping. Deborah's in Canada, so shipping is terrible. Scrapbooking, yeah, scrapbook made simple. And my thingy's not on mute. Scrapbooking made simple, yeah. I'm gonna miss being able to drive to ellenhudson.com to pick up an order. Oh. Yeah. No free shipping on the Switch. Yeah, $34.95 an envelope for Canadian buyers. Yes, you probably heard a Wookiee. Got texted. So, here, for those that missed it, if you go back to the front, we played around with the pin sizes. And I kind of gave you an idea, you know, don't do V's. I mean, you totally could, but we want it offset and organic-y looking. So we just squiggle ins, and then our tree shape, and then yeah, look at how beautimous our tree is. I may have to do one of these in Illustrator on a black, and then draw in with the white, and then print it to see how it looks foiled. Yeah, alrighty. Well, I thank you guys for hanging out and keeping each other company, chatting about all the goodies out there in the crafty world. I do appreciate it. Mr. Ken, I always see that, Mr. Abraham. I will be sending you, yeah, see, it does look like, kind of like a pile of leaves, but that's our spruce. Any pretty. There's our little spruce. Because the leaves, you guys, you guys get some leaves. Which ones? There's my purple tree. I love trees. Trees are fun to do. Because trees, they speak to you. They say, do whatever. Where's my pile of leaves? Ah, there's a good leaf. There's a maple leaf. There's an oak leaf. There's a pine cone. There's some more spruce, just on a big scale. This one, I have this on digital. This one we foil. I love this one. But there's my original spruce back in the day. Put some little stars and flakies in there. And then the second one I had done. Oh no, this one was a spruce. This one was a fir. Because a fir grows up and a spruce grows weird. A spruce is like, I don't care how my branches grow as long as they grow. And the fir says our branches must grow upwards. And there's an aspen leaf, I do believe, with gel pens that were kind of dying. My willow tree. Ain't it pretty? Gel pens. My birch. My aspen. And then a little forest. I have a heck of a time with perspective. So my little field of grass kind of looks a little weird. But yeah. I was inspired by a photo. And it had a lot of flowers and stuff at the base of the trees. It was really pretty. But this was my interpretation of the photo. And my palm tree with my sand that doesn't look like sand, and the water that looks crazy. Alrighty, I'm gonna let you guys go and see. Here's adding stencil. Ain't it cute? Well, thank you, Janine. There's my bird. I needed to practice some birds. My birdie birds. Meg. But yeah. Pull out your paper and use it up, guys. Use those Sharpies and those jelly pens. Sharpie sure does look sharp. Sharpie looks sharp. Thank you, Ramona. I thought I'd just sit with you guys today and do a little doodle. Might do some of these for some Christmas cards this year. All right. Well, thank you all, and I will chat with you tomorrow if you want to hang out with me on Crescent Creation's channel. Crescent Creation YouTube. I should put their link in my description permanently until she says, I'm done with you, Elizabeth. Because I will probably never say, well, again, that I'm done over there. But yeah. So, anyone doing Inktober? These were for an Inktober. Just a month of drawing. 30 days, 30 days of trees is what I did. 27. But I think it was Inktober in like, I don't remember what month it was. But yeah, I did doodles of trees. Not my best tree, let me tell you. I had some issues with that one. But I have done Inktober in the past. Alrighty, my friends. I hope you all have a great evening, and we will see you next time. This time I actually mean it. See you tomorrow on the Crescent Creation channel, 3 p.m. Eastern. Night, everyone. Bye-bye.